Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Hi and welcome back to the Custom Model Guy and the Aoshima Back to the Future DeLorean build. After the masking disaster of the last episode and the lifting of the clear coat, I managed to get the vehicle bodywork back to basic plastic. So I started again with the undercoat, the primer, which is the Zero Coat Zero Paints primer. And then once that was all dried off, I then moved on with some Zero Paint Silver. This footage is extremely speeded up just to get us back to where we were. Okay, so now with all the masking returned back to where we were post-disaster, I carried on with the masking out for the matte black areas such as the door seals and the bumpers and things like that. And once all those areas have been fully masked off, I moved back to the spray booth with some Zero Paints matte black and gave those areas a few coats. I gave that about 15 minutes to dry off and then removed the masking tape. Now normally with the Zero Paint Silver you would apply a gloss coat over the surface to bring out some shine, but because we're trying to achieve the stainless steel look, I decided not to go with a gloss coat. Being a cellulose based paint, it is very strong anyway, so it stands up well to masking and things like that without the need for the gloss coat, whereas the acrylic paint can pull off sometimes if you haven't got a very good surface, a primed surface for spraying on initially, but I've never had any problems with the cellulose based paints in that area. And then it was on with some more masking and to add the grey nose and tail sections. Now I didn't have a grey really to match, so I had to mix my own up, and I used two Tamiya paints. I used metallic grey XF56 and titanium silver X32. Now in the pot it looks great. When I sprayed it on it looks okay, but I would have liked it a little bit lighter. But overall I'm pleased with the end result, as you will see. Again, once the model was fully masked up, I moved back over to the spray booth with the mixed up paint and applied the silver grey to the nose and tail sections. Being acrylic paints, I gave that a good an hour to go off before I removed the masking tape, just to make sure that it was well dried and settled in. time for some more detail. So I used some Vallejo matte black and some Vallejo chrome, and set about working some detail onto the radiator, the logos, and the side wiring and the clips. I also added some chrome to the indicator lights, although these are going to be underneath the blue bar that goes along the front of the time machine. I will add some clear orange to the top of that silver to enhance the look of those indicators. But as I said, they're going to be underneath the bar anyway, so they won't really be seen. But hey, I'm a perfectionist, so... And that's it for this episode. As you can see, the finished article does look quite good, if I say so myself. The grey bar on the front, as I said, looks a little bit darker than I'd planned. And the rear logo, I did actually clean that up a little bit more after I took these photos. So that looks a lot better. Anyway, I hope you liked that episode and that's enjoyable for you. Any comments, questions, please leave them below. Please hit that subscribe button to keep informed of any videos that I release. And thanks for watching.